With its many international courts, The Hague is the city for international justice. In a complicated world with many wars and conflicts, the international community has long aspired to the creation of a permanent independent court. As a result, the ICC was established 6 years ago. Leading the organisation is the head prosecutor, Luis Moreno Ocampo. And today, I have the honour of meeting him for an interview. I'm Paul Brown. This is West International. In these troubling economic times, secure financial planning is more essential than ever. Expats moving around the globe need to adopt a very specific approach. It's important to find someone who can look after your finances long term and ensure you address all issues wherever you may be based. Find out more about this in this week's service item. Now, the Dutch have some unusual and crazy traditions. Hear the opinions of our expats in this week's Vox-Pops. Cecilia is off to surprise an English lady who's being rewarded for her selfless volunteer work. But first, Nicola visits a young Bulgarian man who, especially for this week's at-home item, has taken some cooking lessons.
Today I've been invited for dinner at Tzvetan Deyanov's house. Tzvetan is originally from Bulgaria, but moved to the Netherlands with his parents 15 years ago. Now, Tzvetan is apparently a third culture kid. No idea what that is, so let's go inside and find out. I also forgot to say that Tzvetan's a student. Well, so much for my Bulgarian dinner. Ah, here he is. There you are, I've been waiting. You're late. Tzvetan, what's on the menu today?
Firstly, we're going to have chushki ponili sasoris, which translates from Bulgarian pepper stuffed with rice. And afterwards we'll have a Bulgarian typical salad, which is shopska salata.
Shopska salata.
Salata.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's it.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to this because I've never had Bulgarian food before.
Yeah, forward to cook.
Great. Let's get going then. You've been here for 15 years, Tzvetan, so do you feel more Dutch or more Bulgarian?
Sometimes I feel like I'm three different people. When I'm with my Dutch friends, you know, I have to speak Dutch, I have to relate to Dutch things. The same goes when I'm with my Bulgarian friends. I have to relate to Bulgarian things, speak Bulgarian. But when I'm with international people, because of the way I grew up, that's when I feel most comfortable in my environment. You know, they would understand my humor, they would understand what I'm talking about. And with Dutch and Bulgarian, I have a different personality, I think.
So you're really trying to tell me you're a schizophrenic?
No, I don't think it's like that.
What is a third culture kid when it's up and dressed?
Basically means somebody who's spent more time in a foreign country than the actual country of origin, which is in my case Holland. And that way he's developed a third culture, which is an international culture. And you feel at home when you're with other people who are like you. I can express myself and communicate the best in English. So when I'm around people who feel the same, that's when I feel the best.
What would you say, Tzvetan, is the main difference or one of the differences between the Dutch and the Bulgarians?
I would say dinner is much different because in Holland everybody has dinner at 6 o'clock. You know, if you try phoning somebody at 6 o'clock, one of your Dutch friends, they wouldn't really appreciate it.
No.
But in Bulgaria, everybody just has dinner whenever they're hungry. Also the fact that in Bulgaria, when people cook dinner, especially in houses, basically if somebody comes unexpected, there would always be food for them.
Okay, so it's a very welcoming sort of culture.
It's very welcoming, and I think in Holland, if you would come to somebody's house unexpectedly, there wouldn't really be dinner there for you because the Dutch are really, they know 4 people are having dinner, so they cook for 4 people. But in Bulgaria, there's always leftovers because if you don't eat it today, you eat it tomorrow.
So basically, I could drop round your house any day and have dinner.
Well, we're in Holland now, so extra large spoon for extra large quality. Yeah, and you don't have to be near, you can just go like, you know.
It's student style.
It's student style. That's
Can
right.
I have a go?
Yeah, you can. Just don't make a mess.
I promise not to make a mess. I'm a natural at this Bulgarian cooking. So that's real Bulgarian cheese then, is it?
Yeah, it is. I got it from the Bulgarian store.
You have a Bulgarian store here in The Hague?
Yeah, it's right around the corner from my house.
And so what kind of things do you buy there?
Well, you can buy anything. You have Bulgarian wine, you have fetikas, you have Bulgarian pastries, everything what a Bulgarian needs.
While we're waiting, are there any knickknacks in your house from Bulgaria? Things that remind you of home?
I'll take you to the living room for that.
Good. I like surprises.
So, this is it.
This is it.
We're officially the Bulgarian national football team.
And this is really from 1994?
This is the real stuff.
Gosh, I never thought I'd be wearing a Bulgarian football shirt.
We're the 4th in the world of 1994.
I'm hungry.
Let's eat.
Good. What do we say before we eat?
We take our glasses.
Uh-huh.
We look at each other.
We're
we
looking.
say, Na zdrave.
Na zdrave. Right, he might have been late at the beginning of the evening, but he has certainly made up for it with his cooking skills. Thank you so much, Tzvetan, for a lovely evening and an excellent meal. So join me next week for another international treat. Bye-bye.
The chocolate on the bread, you know, I can't remember what they call it. So that's a tradition.
Queen's Day, bitterballen.
They would celebrate oliebollen on New Year's.
Yeah, well, Dutch people like to eat, like patates and croquettes.
I've heard that one, when you have the fish, and you're meant to eat it in one go. Then you put that in your throat. Is that correct or not?
I thought it looked disgusting, but I tried it with the onions and I acquired the taste. First time over here, no, I did it the other day actually, you know, the old... eat it, just like...
Arranging retirement planning, education fees or mortgages can all be quite complicated for a layman. Consulting a financial advisor may not occur to everyone in the first place, but especially for expats it can make a big difference. Whatever your income level, assets or objectives, it makes good sense to consult a specialist to help guide you through these difficult times. For an expat, it's important to look for a specialised advisor who has experience of living and working abroad themselves and therefore has a thorough knowledge of the financial planning needs of international clients.
What a financial advisor does is he or she looks to understand a client's particular needs and requirements, and specifically what they're looking to achieve over the medium to long term. They also need to have attach an extremely high level of importance to the service they offer to their clients. Now, in order for a financial advisor to offer a good level and quality of service, they need to have the back office support. You need to know that you're dealing with a large established institution, an institution that's been going for many, many years, that if your financial advisor goes under a bus tomorrow, you haven't got to start the whole process again.
Many people may be reluctant to look for an advisor. They are too busy overcoming challenges such as language barriers or integration into a new society, or they may just think it's too expensive.
There can sometimes be a misconception that international financial advice is for the exclusively wealthy. Now, that very much isn't the case. The range of services that we're able to offer will genuinely add value to those of all income levels. The type of expatriates that relocate to the Netherlands are often workers as opposed to retirees. Now, don't get me wrong, we love being in Holland, but maybe it's not the kind of place where you're going to look to retire. Compare that with Spain, that's often a place where expatriates are looking to retire. The weather's better, and of course their financial needs and requirements are different to those that are still working in the Netherlands.
You can hardly turn on your radio or television these days without hearing about the financial crisis. With the global lives that expats lead, it's interesting to ask whether they are worse off in these hard times or not.
Expatriates tend to be less hard hit by recessionary periods. That's principally because their skills are in very, very high demand, which is why companies spend a lot of money recruiting these individuals from different parts of the world. Now, the problem that expatriates have is that they are often less eligible, less likely to receive full payment of social security benefits, which is why expatriates again need to ensure that they have the full suite of protection products, income protection, life insurance, etc. in place in order to protect them should the worst happen and they find themselves out of work through disability or redundancy.
So, in these difficult times, it's no surprise that some people think the best thing to do is nothing.
The irony of it is During hard economic times, that is when you really should be seeing a financial advisor. You should be seeing a financial advisor because ultimately you need to ensure that any money that you've got, any disposable income that you have, works as hard for you as possible.
This is a licorice and it tastes nice.
It's they call it drop.
It's quite particular in taste, and I think it's very popular in Holland.
You can buy them in bins and get all different kinds of flavors, more salty, less salty, and I really like these.
It's a stroopwafel,
A very good treat with coffee or with tea.
a wafer biscuit with caramel inside.
They're good when they're really fresh.
Like in town, like you can buy these from a stall, and they're warm and they're nice.
They put in the microwave. It's nice because then it's warm.
I don't know, that helps you.
It tastes like butterscotch.
It's caramel, I think.
Caramel and coffee in there. They're pretty tasty.
I like droppies more than I like these.
Vanessa Later has been living in the Netherlands for 9 years. She's a mother of 2 young children and an active member of the Delft local mamas group. She's done a lot of voluntary work for them, and 2 mums from the same club picked up the phone and called West International. Let's see how and where Cecilia will surprise her.
You're in this as well.
Yeah, I was just lying about it. I was trying to make up a good excuse.
How long have you been here and where did you come from?
Yeah, from England. I'm from Brixham in Devon. I've been here for 10 years. I work at the European Patent Office in Rijswijk.
And what do you do there?
I'm a web manager and internal communications. Yeah.
And do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's great. There's
Like
a lot of
Beyonce,
opportunities there, yeah.
What brought you to the Netherlands? Why are you...
Love.
Love.
brought me to there.
Yeah, so a Dutch guy.
Yeah.
You found a Dutch guy. And how did you two meet?
In a rock club in Delft, of all places.
And I'm guessing you speak Dutch now after 10 years? Yes. And how was your experience as an expat? You know, I'm sure it's very different since he's already Dutch and he's integrated and comfortable here.
I found it okay, actually. I kind of feel like I've integrated quite well.
And how have you found your time in the Netherlands?
Yeah, I love it, actually. I think it's a really, really great place to grow up. And it's a fantastic place for kids.
So, Rebecca, why did you want to surprise Vanessa today?
I hope she doesn't mind saying, but she didn't have a brilliant year last year, but she's always been a fantastic friend and mother and done so much for Delftmama with their newsletter, and I know Lucy's really grateful for all the hard work that she puts in. And as she's already said, she's got 2 small children and she's really busy as well, so we just all really appreciate it. So we just really wanted to say thank you for everything.
So, do you have any idea what your friends could be surprising you with today?
No, I have no idea. I dread to think.
You 4 will get 4 tickets to Disco Mania, best disco show ever.
Great.
So I hope you guys enjoy and have a fantastic time. I'm sure you find babysitters or something to get rid of.
You can babysit, right?
Me? Yeah. Actually, I'm already doing that for another surprise. Call me anytime. So Vanessa, what do you think about your surprise?
It's fantastic. It's really, really a perfect present. We're going to enjoy it very, very much.
Well, I hope you guys have a great time without the kids. Leave them at home with your husband. And have a fantastic time.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. And if you want to surprise your girlfriends or your husband or your fiance, please let us know at www.westinternational.nl. And we'll see you next week.
Okay, a lot of people in orange. Is it like some kind of national day?
It's either for the Queen's birthday or it's a football game.
Queen's Day, and it is celebrated by crazy happenings all around the country. I don't know, is it some famous, some popular, is it on the lakes or on the canals?
I think this is a famous long skate that occurs if the weather permits, if it's cold enough.
Which hasn't happened any year apart from this one, as far as I understand. So I imagine that's an old picture.
That is Santa Claus.
He's the Bishop of Turkey or something along those lines. and he goes around Holland on a white horse with the helpers.
So when the children get presents, but it's on the 9th of December.
I think it's the 5th of December.
And then if you're naughty, you get put in a bag and taken to Spain and kicked. And if you're good, you get sweets in your shoe.
The Hague hosts many tribunals, including those for the former Yugoslavia and Rwanda. However, because they were established to try crimes committed only within a specific time frame and during specific conflict, it was agreed that an independent, permanent criminal court was needed. Thus, the ICC was founded in 2002.
Mr. Prosecutor, thank you very much for your time. Can we start by, is there a way you can explain briefly what the International Criminal Court is and what it does?
This is a permanent court with judges from 5 continents. We have to investigate the most serious crimes in the world. Genocide, crimes against humanity, meaning attacking civilian population in a widespread way, and war crimes. We intervene when the national state don't intervene. So right now we have cases in Darfur, in Congo, Uganda, and Central African Republic. And also we are analyzing information from Georgia, Afghanistan, Colombia, for instance. So that's our job. It's a new court. Was the first time people was thinking this idea was in 1873. Took 130 years to implement the idea, but now it's a reality.
He committed some of the most serious crimes of concern for the international community. Crimes against children. And during the course of this trial, my office will make it its mission to ensure that Tomás Lubanga is held criminally responsible for the atrocities committed against those little girls, soldiers.
So as the first elected, because I read about your history as a prosecutor in Argentina, before being unanimously elected to be the first lead prosecutor for the International Criminal Court. That's a huge responsibility. You know, it's the management, it's the administration, all the staff, all the facilities. Has the role turned out to be what you expected it to be?
Oh, you know, when I was 32, I was deputy prosecutor in Argentina in a case against the top generals in my country. It was a very important case. In fact, it was the first time after Nuremberg that top people was investigated. And all my life I was thinking, I did my job. I did the most important thing in my life when I was 32. After that, I did many things. I put my law firm after I was teaching at Harvard. And suddenly they called me to be the prosecutor. I told my wife, okay, it's nice, but they would not do it. And I was very happy teaching at Harvard. You know what I was teaching at Harvard? A seminar called How to Establish the Law in the World. So for me, this job is a privilege and it's a dream.
Mr. Moreno Ocampo, I call on you, please, to open the case for the prosecution.
In March 2006, Thomas Lubanga, a rebel leader from the Democratic Republic of Congo, became the first person ever arrested under a warrant issued by the ICC. On January the 26th, 2009, the case began.
Girl soldiers, some aged 12 years, were used as cooks and fighters, cleaners and spies, scouts and sexual slaves. 1 minute they will carry a gun, the next minute they will serve meals to the commanders, the next minute the commanders will rape them.
The International Court being based in The Hague, why is it important to have such a court based here in The Hague, and how is it important for this city?
The Netherlands. Netherlands has a long tradition to be involved in international law, because for Netherlands it's a way to protect themselves. It's a small country, could be attacked. They use the law to protect themselves. Very, very nice, very interesting. And then they offer be the seat of the court, and that we're here.
So when you first arrived here, how did you find it yourself to settle in the Netherlands? Was it, did the country offer what you expected it to?
Look, let me give an example. In Buenos Aires, I was twice watching the Dutch ballet, the modern ballet. They were performing in Buenos Aires, and then I always went to see them. In The Hague, I went once because a friend of me told me, "You're crazy. You never went." He invited me. Yeah. That's my job. Here I'm working, 8 in the morning, 11 in the night. Right. So I enjoy to see the Netherlands from my windows. That's it.
Okay. So and it is a great.
No, I have a boat. I have a boat, and then I sail to the canals, and that's very nice because canals show you like a different Netherlands. No, very interesting.
In your opinion, is this a good city for expats?
I love the city. I love the Dutch people. They're very cozy. I love the owner of my bakery. I love people in my neighborhood. Are very. It's interesting. It's a very family-oriented country, no? It's very modern, but very family-oriented.
Yeah.
And I like that very much. I cannot speak Dutch, so they're very nice talking to me in English. And I think I'm mostly working here, so I not have a lot of social life because my wife and my kids are in Buenos Aires. Okay. So I go there each month normally. So when I'm here, I'm working.
Lubanga Armed Group recruit, train, and use hundreds of young children to kill, pillage, and rape. In this international criminal court, the girl soldiers will not be invisible.
Expat Saloon, an event for the whole family. Yeehaw, a partner. Gather your wife or hubby and kids and get a wiggle on for a day stuffed with fun, food and excitement in Condor City, the most famous and fun Western village in Holland. Spring is starting. After the winter season ends, Butterflies at the Fleet will open their doors once again on the 21st of March. So, go and visit the beautiful tropical butterflies in their warm jungle garden in Leichendam. Audacious acrobatics, phenomenal beatboxing, master scratching and indescribable drumming displays collide as some of Australians' most phenomenal talents join forces at the Tom Tom Club. A program with a wide variety in which the French master pianist Pierre-Laurent Amiard has a big part. The piano concerts of Ravel are in his good hands. The evening starts with a short but vibrant overture of Mozart. The conductor Jan-Pascal Torelier ends the concert with the sparkling ballet of Stravinsky's Perestroika from 1911. To find out about these and other going out tips, visit our website www.westinternational.nl. It's been a great honor to meet Mr. Ocampo, a truly important man showing such sacrifice and dedication to fight for a better world. It makes me proud to be part of a city like The Hague where things happen that can make a difference on a global level. Next week, we'll stay on the subject of human rights. In April, The Hague hosts Amnesty International's Movies That Matter, a film festival that will have a great impact on our city and create an awareness of what's going on in our world. I'll see you next week on West International. You are what you watch.